What is going on, Multiversers? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to this beautiful Friday. So we just have a tiny bit of news for Multiverses here on this gorgeous day headed into the weekend. So first things first, is anybody seeing Black Adam this weekend? I'm going to probably go see it on Sunday. So hopefully it turns out to be a pretty good movie. Just curious, who else is going to see the movie this weekend? But in terms of Multiverses, the new stage, the Space Jam stage, it's already changed. Yeah, maybe not in-game, but we got a little bit of information on the stage already changing somewhat. And then we just got a little bit of random news, so let's start off with this one. This one comes from Reslived, still don't know how to say that name properly, but this is one of the developers on Multiverses, and they just kind of tweeted this out the other day saying, yo, this next patch though, basically, they're implying that this next patch is going to be absolutely massive. And we already know that Tony has told us this a couple weeks ago, saying the next two patches are going to be absolutely huge. We got one of those patches with Stripe, who brought the Halloween update. So that was pretty cool. So if you follow it along with any sort of data miners, they've told us there's going to be a beta mode for a certain mode that everybody's been waiting for, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, the patch next week looks to be absolutely massive. Maybe it's the new character Black Adam, maybe it's the new beta for the new game mode, and maybe there's a lot more. Maybe there's some more Halloween cosmetics. I don't know. We'll just have to wait to see. But there's a friendly reminder that next patch is going to be another really big one, another banger, hopefully. But a little bit of random news here. So a couple days ago, Multiverses actually had a pretty small update, and you might be wondering what was in that update. Well, Tony did tell us that part of the small bug fix patch that just went out that fixes to the badges not tracking, that has been fixed, which is pretty cool. Good. So your wins, your assists, your KOs, all that stuff will start going back up. So good. Apparently, Superman flight throw has 2 frames less end lag, so there you go, Superman players. And then the new Space Jam map is available in customs and the lab. It's not in the queue yet, but talking about the Space Jam map, let me jump into the game because I got a little bit of thoughts, and we got the information about what's changing with the stage. So like Tony did say, you could only play the map currently in a custom game or, you know, the lab. And I'm sure many of us, if not all of us, have seen the new stage, but if you haven't, it's just a quick peek. But I got a thought on this, which makes it interesting. So here's the stage, kind of cool. We got Martian's spaceship in the background. You got there's a duck season sign in the background on one of the trees. Is that a hint for Daffy Duck? I don't know. Got the mystery machine, but the basketball. It's a basketball court, and it's got these walls. Now, when one of the big changes that's coming for this is currently you can actually attack these walls to destroy them, okay? So it does take a little bit over time, but yeah, you can just kind of attack them and the walls will disappear. And then apparently, as of right now, they don't regen. They just, once they're broken, they're destroyed. They stay that way, right? And you can break both walls, right? Of course, if you haven't seen the stage, there's power-ups. There's a basketball. Throw that at the hoop or something. I think you can get power-ups off of that, yeah, or just make a basket, something like that, but it's kind of cool. But the big change that's coming, Tony tweeted this out, and he was saying this about the stage, which is kind of important. So what he says here, in regards to the Space Jam map it getting in the queue, we made it so Space Jam, so the walls could only be destroyed from player wall bouncing, and then the walls would actually return over time. So that's actually kind of big if you think about this, right? So say the walls get broken, right? Say this wall gets broken. Let's bring Shaggy over here, right? Is he on? No, is he on recovery? Okay, just go to idle for a second. Help me out here, Shaggy. I'm trying to prove a point. So say you're over here and you're beating up your opponent, like la 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 la, doing some stuff, right? And then we bounce him into the wall. And then once it breaks, okay, there we go. So say it breaks, and now you're fighting it out back on the middle of the stage or wherever. And say you go to knock your opponent back with an attack. What if that wall happens to regenerate right when you knock the opponent back for that final kill, you know, the final blow for a kill, for a stock, right? What happens if you do that, but then the wall regenerates, and now it bounces the opponent from this wall all the way over here, and then they're like safe? I don't know if I like the regenerating walls too much. I don't mind that it only breaks for, I guess, wall bouncing, you know, hitting your opponent into it. That's fine, but what if you have the game over, right? You have the game that's about to be won, and like I said, the wall regenerates, and then it ends up saving that opponent. that would be very deflating, right? That would be extremely deflating as a player, because then you're like, oh, I thought I had it won, and now I got to keep going. So it could get a little interesting, but I did tweet out in response, because he's looking for suggestions as well. So I was kind of like, all right, what if we have like 2 different variants of this stage? One with the walls where they do regenerate. That could be more of like the fun stage. So once ranked mode, where I'm going with this, once ranked mode gets in, we could also have this stage that we currently have in the lab, where once the wall is broken, you can break it yourself by just attacking it. We could still have this version in the game, but the walls just don't regenerate either. So that way it doesn't kind of mess you over later. So it's a little bit more hardcore in a way. So it just won't... the stage can't come back to bite you, is kind of what I'm getting at, because nobody wants the stage to cost them a match, right? Does that make sense? That's where I'm coming from. So we can have the current stage that we have right here in the lab, but we could also have the changes that Tony said as a second variant of the stage, regenerating walls, and it can only be broken in a certain way. Heck, even if you wanted to apply the walls can only be broken. Can I reset this? I don't think I can. I don't think you can reset it. They don't, they don't pop back up for some reason. But, so you could still apply the thing that Tony said, right? Hit them into the walls, and that's the only way to break the walls. So I guess that's fair. Does it really stop people from going straight over to the wall? I don't know. Maybe the walls will need reduced health or something. I don't know, but it's got some sort of vibes to the King of Fighters stage from Smash Ultimate a little bit to me, so it's kind of cool. Very big, very flat. Of course, the hoop itself, can you stand on the hoop? I don't think you can. Not on the hoop, but you can stand on the backboard. This is a very tiny platform. Scoreboard up top? No, that's not a platform either. But yeah, so it has 2 very, very tiny platforms you can stand on. You can hit up from underneath, so that kind of prevents you from jumping. If you get hit into the back of the backboard, yeah, you can kind of hang on to that and wall jump if you want. So the stage... pretty big, pretty flat, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but yeah, I don't know, just kind of a few thoughts, and there's going to be the changes for the stage. So let me know what you guys think. Is the Space Jam stage good? It looks great. It looks fantastic. I love the look. Don't change anything about the look. I love the little the stuff in the background, the Easter eggs, like I said, the duck season poster in the background, like that sort of stuff is really cool. I like that. So in fact, there's actually a Shaggy over on the cooler over here. Pretty sure that's a Shaggy back there, right? Over on the left. Yeah, you guys see. Either way, that's gonna be the changes for the stage. Let me know what you guys think, and if you have Twitter, please tweet your ideas at Tony, because while I do think the stage looks phenomenal, I do think it still needs to be worked on a little bit. I can see why they decided to wait on it. I can definitely see why they decided to not just throw it in queue immediately. So they're testing it out, so we'll see what people come up with. But either way, that's kind of all that I got for today. I hope you all enjoyed, and I guess I'll see you when I'm looking at you.